Hey guys, Shane Simmons here. I'll make this as quick as possible. Just wanted to remind you to please subscribe to the new channel. I'll put that link in the comments to the side here. If you can go and subscribe to the new channel, that'd be awesome. My other one's going to be disappearing here before too awfully long, as it has just overwhelmed me. So, having said that, also I forgot to mention in the video that we did get. I had a couple of donations that came in at the same time, almost within 5 minutes of each other, which has never happened before. Anyway, and for the exact same amount, which is odd too. But anyway. I chose this one to be, there was someone anonymous who donated from Michigan, and I'm not going to name your name. I will respect that when anybody asks me to do that, but I'm going to make this one dedicated to you because it's not my best work. You don't want your name associated with it. I appreciate the money very much. God knows I do, and a lot of effort went into it, but I was having a bad day, as you'll see in here. Plus, I didn't have this camera properly sideways, and it throws everything off. So unless you're watching it on a different device than a laptop or whatever, then it's going to be only half screen. So not my best work, and I apologize. I'll do better in the future, but I did want to acknowledge the donation for sure. Although just thank goodness I didn't mention your name on this one. Anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at the Mendota Trail. Thank you. Okay guys, I'm back again, and I'm trying to walk this Mendota Trail, which is where I got lost the other night. My car broke down on the Mendota side, so I decided to go through the Bristol side, and I'm regretting that because God, this place is rougher than 3 nights in jail. Anyway, this is why I tried to avoid it. Well, you want me to be honest with you, and it's kind of an unimpressive start here. It looks like I'm beside some kind of, I don't know, it looked like a junkyard at first, but I don't know what that is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Hopefully things pick up here, and I will let you know one way or the other, believe me. Because that's just the kind of guy I am. Well, this is kind of cool. Right off the bat, you get under this, go on the underpass or overpass, whatever you call it. Anyway, just heard something scamper up the hill miles an hour. I feel like a rat. I don't know though. We'll see. Hopefully I won't die. So far so good. Alrighty then, you're getting a little bit more interesting now, and it's more what I was hoping to see back here. So can't complain too much. Probably be a pretty good little ride on a bicycle. It's slow, steady incline. Not very much for a walk, but it's kind of weird. You're walking behind people's houses. That's kind of a little different for me, but again, anything different's good, right? Well, so far it keeps getting better. I mean, it's still straight uphill. Or not straight uphill. Who am I kidding? It would be like level 1 incline on a treadmill. So that shows you where my mind's at. If it's anything above flat, you're going to hear me complain probably, but no, it's not bad at all. It's a great walk. Like I said, it'd be a rougher bike ride. And I'm out of breath. That's sad. Oh well. Maybe this will get me in shape. Anyway, see you in a second. Well, I really like that. I'm a big fan of bridges. It's a little bit odd that you're right in somebody's yard, basically. I don't know if I'd enjoy that too much if I was them, but anyway, again, I love bridges. Can you walk over Lloyd bridges, Jeff bridges, doesn't matter to me. Anyway, keep on walking here. Give you a little bit of look-see over here. That's pretty. Got a horse back there, so I'll zoom in on that sucker. All right, nice. Let's do this. I'm getting a little bit more encouraged. So all these people acting like they're tough, crossing all those little patches of water going to the devil's bathtub. Look at this. Caution, public road crossing ahead. Look both ways, yield to all traffic. Guess what? We get across some old back road here. Being a little sarcastic, of course, but I think this is cool. Anything that's different gets my attention these days. See, so many of these things are just alike. This is definitely unique. And here's the proper protocol of looking both ways before crossing the road. And again, looks like you're just walking in somebody's yard, which is a little bizarre, but again, kind of cool in its own way. Keep trucking here. Hopefully you can hear in the background, there's a gentle little stream that goes down here. This place is growing on me. Kind of like it. Now, despite what this video would have you believe, it's a lot darker than it looks right now. It is, you can see the trees pretty well cover the area, so I guess a light rain wouldn't be too bad anyway, but probably protect you a little bit. Anyway, let's keep going. And this is one of those things I absolutely love to run up on. I don't know what this building was used for. I have no freaking clue, but it's awesome. Be a great place to run a moonshine operation or something. Not that I'd know anything about that, but I can imagine. You got water down there. Slip up here. Anyway, another interesting thing is I don't think it's been level for 5 straight feet. This plane is completely uphill the whole time so far, and I'm a little bit over a mile into it. There's a little bit better view of the water situation, just a little stream, but enough to give you a little bit of ambiance. And right across the road from the road, which is a good reminder that this was once used by railroads. Here's another road crossing and some more water. Kind of cool. Second one to run across. So the trail goes right along this parallel to the road really quick for a while. You can probably hear a car coming up now. There she goes. Well, it's on my mind, it just came to me too. I was like, that sounded like I was complaining about crossing those roads, which, you know, is a little different, but man, when you really think about it, Bristol, the city of Bristol, imagine how difficult it is to find any land that isn't in use for something at this point. So this is actually, I'm pretty grateful that whoever came up with this idea, the money and the effort that went into it, did it. Thanks a ton. And you gave me a good little workout so far today. Appreciate it very much. I'll be back probably to complain in just a second, but hey, that's what walks are for. So here's another crossing. Don't be deceived, because I looked over there and I thought, wow, I just straight over a hill, but actually you go up a little bit here. You might can see that sign. And that's where you cut back down, so a little tricky, not really, but if you're a dummy like me, you might be. Again, I can tell my camera's not doing it justice, but this place is dark, super dark. Again, if you're watching this, you're thinking, there ain't no way. Well, believe me, it is. It's just somehow the camera brightens things up for convenience or whatever. But anyway, this little patch looks like it's either about to rain or dead dark, but it really shouldn't be at this point. So anyway, kind of cool, not really cool, definitely not cool. I hope Cujo doesn't live back here, or Clifford, or Benji, or anybody else for that matter. Strange. I'm not saying this is a scam. I'm not saying it's not a scam, but having a car for sale up here is a genius move, because if I had a few Benjamins on me, don't think I wouldn't be trotting my happy butt up there to try to cut a deal on this car, just so I wouldn't have to walk back down. Brilliant. Another thing I find to be super cool, look over this way, you get some cornfield. Glance back the other direction. Another cornfield. Just adds a little variety to the walk. I like it. And of course, some of Appalachia's finest. Good old kudzu makes its appearance. Here's another fantastic sight. An old house out here on this old back road. Pretty cool. Love, love, love stuff like that. Alrighty, well, I hit the end on the one side. All I gotta do is reverse course and go back. No big whoop. Well, based on the shotgun shell, maybe somebody had the same idea I did, but this would be a great place for a shallow grave. Somebody beat me to it. Oh well. This must be the road that everybody's grandparents talk about. Because I'll be darned, it feels like it's been uphill the whole way back too. It was uphill the whole way up, and it feels uphill the whole way back. So maybe they weren't lying after all. Well, I'm in the home stretch, and believe it or not, it's actually darker than the video shows. So as you can see, I'm flying pretty blind right now, but hey, that's part of the thrill, right? Anyway, I'll wrap this up here in just a second and give you my feedback. Well, that wraps up my trip to the Mendota Trail on the Bristol side. So I give it overall, it's got a lot of potential, definitely. Still needs some work. Like, there's only really like one bench up through there, and it's pretty early on the trip, so it gives you a little bit of false sense of, you know, what's going on up in there. And there's no really trash cans or anything, so I've probably just gum in my mouth for the whole trip, and it feels like I'm eating, like, chewing on 3 pieces of crusher run gravel from Pound and Mill Quarry or something. And I speak from experience on that one, long story. Anyway, it's a really interesting trip because you go in and out, like you're residential, then you're in a farm, then you're, you know, in the middle of the woods somewhere, and then you're like, you know, it's just all kinds of twists and turns and weird stuff. It's a really easy hike too. Like, it's not challenging at all, even though it feels like it's uphill both ways. I was like, maybe grandparents are telling the truth. Maybe they did. Maybe this was where they went to school, you know. But it's, you know, I would highly suggest, though, taking a partner with you, because there's a little parts of it that, you know, I would have felt a lot better if I had somebody with me. It's better for company anyway. It's just for safety reasons or whatever. But, you know, all in all, I think it's a good little trail, especially, like I said, considering Bristol's pretty tough to find anything new anyway. It's a nice little thing, and it's not too overly challenging for new people, but would be, hopefully, and I know the people that are working on this trail have got some plans for some other stuff. So, you know, my loyalty is to my viewers, not to them. So I just want to speak the truth. And it's like, it'd be nice if they had some trash cans. It'd be nice if they had some benches, and just a few other things, because, you know, let's be honest, typically the person that's going to use that trail would be the casual person anyway, because like I said, it's not particularly challenging. So it'd be nice for that kind of person who's trying to break themselves into hiking and that type of thing to have a few places to rest. And like for me, I had to stop and get gravels out of my shoes, so I had to find a nice little tree to lean against and that kind of thing. It was just a little bit, you know, whatever, could have been better. But anyway, all in all, solid little trail, and it has, like I said, it's got a lot of potential. I think it's going to be a lot better in the future. And I know, you know, money, volunteers, that kind of stuff always goes into this thing. So I want to look at both sides of it. But as Joe Q. Walker, you know, not bad at all. I enjoyed it. Good little trip.